Welcome to the Cronkite Sports Report. I'm Reece Andrews. So, the stage is set for the men's national championship tonight. And leading the charge for UConn is head coach Dan Hurley, the brother of ASU head coach Bobby Hurley. Bobby has shown his support for Dan throughout the tournament, and Dan has expressed his appreciation. On top of that, Dan gave a nice little shout out to Arizona State. Check it out.
Hi, Coach. Hayden Silly with Cronkite News. There were reports about you.
Arizona State?
Yes.
All right.
What's it like just to have the support of your big brother, especially, during possibly one of the biggest moments of your career?
Yeah, I mean, you and your big brother should be best friends, and you should love each other and support each other in every possible way.
An A for effort, Dan, but this is how you throw up the fork. While the Arizona schools may be left out of this year's Final Four, all three will have a chance at home court advantage next year when the Final Four is here in Phoenix. Ashley Engel has more on the bidding process for the big dance.
The biggest event in men's college basketball makes its next stop in Glendale, Arizona in 2024 at State Farm Stadium.
Arizona is a welcoming state. We've got beautiful weather, we've got great hotels, we've got a great facility in State Farm Stadium. We just got all of the amenities that I think the NCAA looks for when they are trying to decide on a host city.
But this isn't the first time the state of Arizona and ASU has hosted an NCAA Final Four. Arizona State hosted the Final Four back in 2017.
We're very excited to have it back in Arizona. We know that this is a huge event. It's a great event for fans to come in. It's a chance for people to visit Arizona who may have never been before.
One of the unique rules that the NCAA has in order for the tournament to happen is that each city is required to have a university as a host. In this case, it's Arizona State.
ASU has been a great partner. Ray Anderson has been fantastic to work with us and helped on both bids, helping us land these events. And so their staff is integral in our planning process and our execution process.
Arizona State is involved with making sure the actual games run smoothly while also enhancing the player experience.
The game function piece of it, the actual, timing of it and the playing of it, making sure that it's running properly from a game standpoint. We're heavily involved in that.
Now, everything coming into place for a city to host a Final Four is not an easy layup. It takes a couple of years. Now, first off, a city will have to submit a statement of interest to host the tournament. After showing its interest, the city will submit questionnaires alongside with an initial budget and a hotel inventory spreadsheet. Once that is sent, the bid group makes an initial presentation to the NCAA presenting why they should host the tournament. The NCAA then narrows down to the finalists, and once those are chosen, additional documents such as venue agreements are submitted to the NCAA. Once those documents are ready to go, the finalists will present one last presentation to the NCAA Basketball Committee. After this, the committee will then meet together and decide who will be rewarded these events. As long as this process may take, this does not happen every year.
They do multiple cities in one bid cycle and multiple years in one bid cycle. So they opened up the bid process really in the summer of 2017 after we had hosted is when things started rolling.
With many people helping out to set the stage, the countdown is on for ASU and Glendale to make the experience special for all. In Phoenix, Ashley Engel, Cronkite News.
Moving on to some pro basketball now, the Suns are 6-0 with Kevin Durant in the lineup. And with their win against the Thunder last night, they are now 43-35 and currently in fourth place in the Western Conference. There are 4 games left in the regular season, and with only 3 games separating the 5 through 10 seeds of the NBA playoffs, the Suns could play any of the remaining contenders in the first round. Now on a 5-game win streak, the Suns are gelling with KD back in the lineup. Durant and Booker have scored the most points by a pair of teammates since 1962 through their first 5 games together. You can catch them back in action tomorrow when they host the Spurs at the Footprint Center. The MLB season for the Arizona Diamondbacks is officially underway as they split their opening series against the Dodgers this past weekend. First baseman Christian Walker was the D-backs' main offensive force, earning them a team-leading 6 hits, 1 home run, and 2 RBIs. Left fielder Corbin Carroll's speed was also on display with 3 stolen bases in the first 4 games. Meanwhile, Dodgers outfielder Trace Thompson made a splash with 3 home runs on 8 RBIs on Saturday. The D-backs will begin a 2-game series in San Diego tonight with the first pitch at 6:40 p.m. And that's all for the Cronkite Sports Report. Back to you, John and Shira.